Hey everyone, welcome to Shoctober. Today's day number 9. You have made it to a yoga day. So all that you need is a mat. Join me on your mat. We are going to lie all the way down on our backs. If you can, go barefoot. That would be great. Hug your knees together, pushing them toward one another, and then wrap your arms around. Go ahead and just relax your head onto the ground. Kind of take little shimmies and movements, twists, and adjustments until you can find your back and upper part of your pelvis level on the ground. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Depending on your flexibility, you might not be able to get your knees pushed together or very tight against your chest. Don't worry about it. Eventually, you'll get there. Try to close your mouth. Feel the breath work in and out through the back of your throat. All right, tuck your chin in, pulling your forehead toward the knees, and then we're going to extend our right leg long, hovering up off the ground. So it's going to be just a few inches up off the ground. Pull the core strong, keep the chin tucked in. You're hugging your left leg in, flex both feet, so pull your toes back toward your knees. Press the low back and your pelvis into the mat. Take a deep inhale, and then an exhale, we're going to switch the legs. So push your left leg out, flex your quad, tug your right knee in, take a deep inhale, exhale and switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, and switch. All right, set your feet mat width on the ground, and we're going to go ahead and rotate your knees to the right. Got it. Mosquitoes are ridiculous right now. Rotate your knees to the right. Put your arms out wide, palms on the ground. Take your right foot and put it on top of your left knee. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Keep your eyes closed. Focus your breath. Good. And then one more. It's kind of crazy. I heard recently that people that regularly practice yoga actually have they're better at managing stress and anxiety. Roll your knees in and difficult situations. Rotate your knees to the left and then put your left foot on top of the right knee. The reason is because they are so good at sitting in a pose and focusing on the breath, almost displacing yourself out of the body, finding, or out of your head and into the body, and finding your breath and focusing there within heated and difficult poses. I found that very interesting, and it also makes complete sense to me. They're used to holding themselves in tough situations, not forcing themselves out of pain before their body has grown from it. All right, release that foot and rotate back in. Level off your pelvis, set your feet just outside your hips. We're going to push our hips up into a glute bridge and hold. Find the 4 corners of your feet, so lift your toes for me, push into the big toe ball mound, pinky toe ball mound, and then both sides of your heels. Squeeze the knees toward one another just a bit, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you might have to kind of rock your shoulders in. Let your palms open toward the ceiling. Pinkies in, facing toward your mat, and the thumbs facing out. Let's take our 3 deep breaths. Push into the heels and pull the heels back toward the shoulders. Relax your jaw, relax your tongue, relax your forehead, and engage the core, engage the glutes. This is our last breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly lower down onto those hips. Keep your left foot on the ground and then lift your right leg up nice and high. Pull the toes down toward the knee. You're going to scoop through the belly, reach your hands up towards your foot, and you're just going to lift, little pulse lifts toward that foot, engaging the core, getting a little sit up. Keep the breath in and out through your nose. Scoop that belly, tuck your chin. 3, 2, and 1. All right, other side, drop your right foot onto the ground, lift your left leg, pull those toes down toward the knee, so you're flexing the foot. Exhale with your lift. Two more. Perfect. All right, hug your knees in, and then we're gonna rock and roll. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna come forward onto our hands and knees, go into a child's pose. Put your toes together, knees about hip width, reach your hips back, reach the arms forward, keep your elbows up off the ground, rest your forehead on the ground. Take your 3 deep breaths. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back. And then come up onto your hands and knees. So we're going to go through just a little bit more preparatory work, getting into the breath, getting the body ready to go. We're going to stretch the hamstrings a bit, and then we're going to go through a little bit more of a traditional vinyasa than we did last week. So hopefully building a little bit more heat, a little bit more heart rate. Inhale, open the chest, and then exhale and round. We're in our cat-cows. We're going to go for 3 rounds. Take as big and deep a breaths as you possibly can. Envision that you're creating space between your discs. You stay relaxed in the neck and shoulders, just rounding through the upper and lower back. Perfect. All right, bring your hands forward just a bit, and we're going to bring our right leg up and forward, and we're going to hit our hamstring slide. So slide in, get your inner thigh on that front leg, back hip flexor a bit, and then you're just going to do a half split. So hamstring stretch back, pulling the toes up. Walk forward. This is your inhale. And then exhale back. Engage the core gently. We're going to get that hamstring loosened up a bit so that as we go into our forward folds, they're a little bit more loose. One more. Hinge it forward. As you drive it back, grab your quad, pull the kneecap up towards your hip, grab the quad, feel the hamstring open just a little bit more. Okay, we're going to switch to the other side. Bring the right leg back, left leg forward. Inhale forward. Exhale, slide back. Inhale forward. Exhale, slide back. Depending on your personality, where you're coming from, what you like from your workouts, yoga may be a little bit tough for you in terms of the slowness, focusing on the breath, holding the poses. It actually is tough for me as well. But I have noticed over the years what a difference it has made in terms of ability and finding awareness of the body through the more high intensity days when we weight lift, when we hit cardio and things like that. So it's actually a really, really good way to enhance your other workout days. Push into your thumb and first finger. We're going to curl the toes under, push up and back, downward facing dog. Drive your chest back toward your thighs. So if your hamstrings still feel tight, you might want to bend your knees. The goal here is to get your head inside the biceps, pushing the chest back toward your thighs as much as you can so your butt is as high in the air as possible. Pull your belly button in, slide the shoulder blades down. Slowly try dropping your heels toward the ground, keeping that butt up in the air. Pull your kneecaps up toward your thighs. Keep that belly locked. Okay, we're going to do our 3 full breaths here. Feel like your armpits are hollowing out, the shoulder blades sliding down. Push into that thumb and first finger. Your shoulder blades and your upper back are what are holding support for the upper body and pushing the chest back toward the thighs. All right, we're going to walk our toes up to our hands, nice and slow. If you need to bend your knees as you come forward, that is totally fine. Okay, find those 4 corners of the feet again. You're going to feel like your heels are just a little bit wider than your toes. So you kind of want to get the outer edge of your foot almost parallel to the mat. And then we're going to hang forward. If you can't touch the ground, don't worry about it. Just place your hands on your shins for a little bit of support. Bend your right knee and then straighten it and bend the left. We're going to go back and forth here. Slide your shoulder blades down. I hope that you're still working on your breath work. Good. One more time. Perfect. Straighten through both legs, and then we're going to grab through the core, squeeze your shoulder blades together, bring your arms out and up as you come all the way up. Inhale, reach high overhead, relax through the neck, tuck your tailbone under, pull the belly button back, look at the ceiling. Your thumbs should be facing back, your pinkies forwards, your palms are facing one another, right over your shoulders. Your neck is relaxed, your tailbone's tucked, your belly strong. So pelvis should stack right over the heels, shoulders right over the pelvis. Bring your arms down into hands to heart. Push the hands together. Grab through the feet. So feel like you're rooting into the ground. You're building flexion through the thighs, your glutes, your core. Bring your arms down. Inhale up and around. We're going to swan dive forward. Open the arms nice and wide. Pull tight through the belly. Hinge forward, sticking your butt out far. Reach the chest. You're trying to make your back as long as possible. Exhale over those legs. Inhale, plant your hands on your shins. Deep inhale, so you're creating about a 90-degree angle in the body. But really, you want to just flex those shoulder blades down, lengthen. Exhale, drop, and then we're going to come all the way up. Inhale the arms all the way up. Again, tuck your tailbone, grab tight through the core. Exhale over those legs. Just going to do a few of these. Relax through the toes. Find those 4 corners. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lower. Plant your hands or to fingertips. Inhale all the way up. One more like that. Feel the core engage. Feel the back stay strong. So yoga is a lot about flexion through movement, through stretch as well. So flexion and stretch, mobility and breath. It all combines. Exhale down, inhale up. All right. So now we're going to add in, after your inhale, exhale. This is a swan dive forward. You're going to inhale, halfway lift. So plant your hands on your shins, your thighs, or just on the floor. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and plant your hands. If you cannot plant your hands all the way on the ground, bend your knees. You want to keep your back long and strong. Take your left leg back and then your right. We're going to take 3 breaths in our plank position. So tighten it up. Make sure your shoulders are over the wrists. And then you want to corkscrew your arms so the elbows are pointing back at your toes. Feel the tailbone tuck, the belly button dragging tight. From here, we're going to lower into our chaturanga. If you need to drop onto your knees, drop onto your knees. Elbows squeeze in tight and your shoulders shift forward. Lower nice and slow. Tuck your tailbone. With your next exhale, push back up. Grab through the core, drive back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. With your next exhale, bring your right leg forward outside your right hand. Rotate your right arm up. Exhale, drop it back down. Bring your right leg back. Back to your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward. Grab tight through the core. Bring your left leg forward. Drop the back hip. Inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale, drop your hand. Bring your leg back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale with your exhale, walk your toes forward. So pretty soon we're going to be jumping forward and back. If you do not want to jump, then you just walk forward and back like this. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale over those legs. In and out your nose if you can. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands. This time, if you would like, you can jump back or step back. Plant onto your hands, belly strong. Jump back into your plank position. 3 breaths. On your next exhale, we're going to lower all the way down. Not all the way, actually. Sorry, just your chaturanga. Exhale, and then inhale, push back up. Push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right leg up behind you. Strong flex left leg. With your exhale, you're going to shift forward towards your plank position, tucking your right knee in toward your chest. Flex your foot and then plant the foot inside your left and right hand. Inhale, bring your arms out wide. Pull the left hip forward, right hip back. You should be able to see your right big toe inside the knee. Exhale, bring those hands down. Using the core, place your right leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring the knee forward towards your chin. Flex your foot. Keep the core strong. Plant your foot between the hands. Make sure the hips stay squared off. Inhale, bring your arms up. Tight, 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 flex legs. Yoga is all about flexion, isometric contraction. Put that left leg back. Downward facing dog. Grab your core. Bring your toes in. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, this time lowering, so falling into your chaturanga. So you jump back, elbows squeeze in, find your chaturanga. Turn your toes under so the tops of the feet are on the ground. You're going to inhale and lift, upward facing dog. Pull with the belly, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring your body forward, plank position, tuck your chin, bring your knee to the chin, flex your foot, plant your right foot onto the ground. Again, we're going to just hit that crescent lunge. Inhale up. This time we're going to hold for our 3 breaths. Pull the back toe toward the front heel toward the back toe. Tighten the core, relax the neck. Exhale, drop your hands to the ground. Take your right leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, grab the core, tuck in that foot. Plant between your hands. Inhale, lift. Keep your pelvis neutral. That's why we find traction in the legs. Keeping the core strong. Holding the pelvis tucked so we don't put pressure on the low back. Relax your neck. Exhale, drop your hands. Push your foot back. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Curl the toes, push up and back. Inhale, lift high onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees so the shins are parallel to the ground. You exhale and jump, floating as they call it, up to your toes. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, dive forward. At any time, you stop and hold a down dog or a child's pose. That's fine. Inhale halfway, plant your hands. Exhale, jump back, land in your chaturanga. Slide forward. Upward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Hips push up and back, down dog. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, tuck the knee in, plant the foot between the hands. Turn your back toes, your back heel, so it's flat onto the ground. You want to drive into the outer edge of the left foot. Your front heel lines up with your back inner arch. Find your core. Already find the core. Drop your right hip in and down and open a bit through the left hip. Bring your left arm up, pinwheel the arms up, back, right arm forward. This is your warrior 2. Make sure that your front knee is on top of the heel. Make sure When you look down, you can see your big toe inside the knee. Push, extension, and flexion through your fingertips. Flex your back leg. Flex, flex, flex. Tuck the hips. Look down at your belly button. That's going to pull the pelvis in. And then bring your head back up. 3 deep breaths. Flexion through those legs. Sink the hips lower. Make sure you're not gripping through the front toes. All right, we're going to pinwheel our arms back down. Plant outside that right foot. Rotate your left foot up. Extend that right leg back. Plant it, or you can hold in air. You're going to drop chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, bring it forward. Between those hands, use your core to bring the leg. If you need to help shift it forward, that's totally fine. Yoga is all about adjustments and grace. No judgment. You just bring it in where you're at today. Lock and grab your back quad. Grab your core. Pinwheel the arms up. I know we're taking our time, but it's better. Walk that toe forward a little more. Grab deep through the back inner thigh. Grab into that front leg. Relax your toes. You should be able to see your big toe inside the knee. We're going to look down at our belly button. When you look down at the belly button, you feel the pelvis tuck under. Keep that back leg straight. Now we're going to look back over our left hand and find our 3 breaths. Lift the chest, relax the neck, sink into that leg. Can you flex anymore? Can you find your core anymore? Drive into the outer edge of that back right foot. Next, exhale, pinwheel the arms down. Plant your hands. Rotate that back toe. Shift your left foot back. Lift it up if you'd like, or plant it. Chaturanga, up dog. If the chaturangas are too much, you stay on your knees. Drive up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift high onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees, step or jump forward. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale. Swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, grab the core, bring it forward as far as you can. Rotate that back heel to the ground. Inhale, pinwheel the arms up and open. 3 breaths. We're back in it. Find flexion. On your next exhale, bend your right arm, plant it on your knee, and then reach your left arm forward so that your bicep is alongside your ear. Keep opening the chest, lengthen through that top arm. 3 deep breaths. Find your abdomen, tuck your tailbone, flex the inner thigh. On your next exhale, back to warrior 2, just lift up off that leg. 3 deep breaths, flex, hold. Settle your mind. Flex through the arms, the thighs, the core, but relax in the neck, the jaw, forehead. Next exhale, pinwheel the arms down. Plant those hands, rotate that back foot, bring your right leg back. Chaturanga, elbows squeeze in tight. Inhale. Up dog, exhale. Down dog. Other side. Left leg up and back. Exhale, bring it forward. Use the core. Rotate your back heel down. Inhale, pinwheel your arms up. Warrior 2. 3 deep breaths. On your next exhale, hinge forward, bringing your forearm to the left knee. Reach your right arm up and over. Your palm is going to face the ground. Arm is right alongside the ear. Lift the chest. Keep the back leg strong and flexed. Relax into those front or from your front toes. Inhale up, warrior two. Stay low in those legs. Next exhale, pinwheel the arms down. Turn onto that back toe. Lift your back leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. On your inhale, lift high onto the tippy toes. Bend your knees. Step or float forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, scoop that belly, down dog. This is it, our last vinyasa. Inhale, bring your right leg forward, step through, use that core. Rotate the back foot toward the ground. Inhale, pinwheel the arms up. 3 deep breaths. This time we're going to reverse our warrior. So turn your front palm up. Exhale, slide your back arm down the leg, but lift high out of that rib cage. Stay low in your front hip. Relax the neck. Strengthen the core. Exhale, warrior two. How much flexion can you build? Isometric grab. Hug the muscle to the bone. Exhale, pinwheel the arms forward. Plant your hands. Right leg goes back. Chaturanga. Elbows squeeze in tight. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, tighten that core. Pull the knee in. Plant your hand. Turn the back heel down. Inhale. And wheel those arms up. Exhale and inhale. Flex and tighten. Hug muscle to bone. Squeeze those bones with your muscles. Turn your top hand, your left hand. Slide your right arm down the back thigh. Lift up from that rib cage. Flex. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your arms up. Warrior two. Next, exhale, pinwheel those arms forward. Rotate that back toe. Bring your left leg back. Chaturanga. Slow down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Take a deep inhale. Lift high. Onto those tippy toes. Bend your knees. Step or flip forward. Inhale. Come all the way up. Exhale. Dive forward. Bend your knees. Come all the way down into a little low ball. And then slowly roll back onto your back. Nice job, everybody. Fantastic work. Start by putting your arms out nice and wide. Rotate your knees back over to that right side. Put your right foot on top of the left knee. Just see if you notice anything different from how we started our practice. Release there. Bring your knees up. Rotate to the other side. Bring your left foot on top of the right knee. Release there. And then extend your right leg long. And then your left leg long. Flip your palms so that they face the ceiling. They're out at the side. Just a short little shavasana. They say this is the biggest benefit in a yoga session, is taking a little bit of time at the end to just let the body relax. Connect with your breath again. Allowing your body to appreciate the benefits of what it just went through. It also starts to associate rest and relaxation after work. It's always a little bit more motivating to put the work in when you know that you'll be able to rest and relax. Just breathe evenly, relaxed. You don't need to force any sort of breath. Start wiggling your fingers, start wiggling your toes. Roll your body over to the right. You can bend your knees, roll it over, tuck your chin, and then slowly push up into a crisscross position. Hopefully your knees can relax. Open the palms. Keep your eyes closed. Just lift the chest. All right, open those eyes. Thank you all very much. There's another yoga day down, and I will see you again tomorrow.